Have you ever thought about what really makes someone miss you? It's not just being apart. There are certain things that can make her long for you even more and make her think of you more often. Today's video will reveal these powerful cues and combine them with Stoic principles to help you understand how to use moments of absence to deepen her emotional connection with you. We'll look at the psychology of attachment and memory, and show how Stoicism's ideas about self-control and emotional balance can give you an edge in making her miss you even more, whether you just broke up with someone or are drifting apart from someone you used to be close to. This video is meant to give you useful information and a deep understanding. If you're new to the channel and want to see more videos about relationships and Stoic knowledge, click the red subscribe button and become a part of our community. This is the beginning of your path to stronger relationships. First, let's dive in. She feels like she can't be seen in the chaos of everyday life. Forget how important the attention we get from others is. We don't really understand how important it is until it's gone. For example, when a woman feels forgotten all of a sudden, it can make her long for the person who used to make her feel truly seen. There are different ways that this feeling of not being seen can show up. She might tell you about a success and notice that you're not there to party with her like you used to. Or she might be having a bad day and miss how you could tell what she was feeling and help her without her having to say a word. The Stoics taught us to value what we can control and to be fully engaged in the present moment. When you were with her, giving her your full attention, it wasn't just about being there physically. It was also about being there emotionally and mentally. This kind of presence is rare in today's fast-paced world where distractions are everywhere and real connection often feels elusive. To make her miss you, it's about cultivating that same kind of Stoic presence when you're not there. When she remembers how you used to be fully attentive to her needs, she realizes the depth of connection that is now missing. It's not about playing hard to get or manipulating emotions. It's about really understanding the power of your presence and how much it meant. Think about the Stoic principle of enjoying what you have while you have it and not being attached to it when it's gone. When she realizes that not everyone can be as attentive as you, she starts to realize how much she took it for granted. This is where the power of your absence comes in. By taking a step back, you give her time to think about what life is like without your thoughtful presence. If she came home from a long day feeling tired and worn out, you would have noticed the tension in her shoulders and the slight slouch in her walk. You would have known exactly how to comfort her, whether it was with a warm hug, a listening ear, or just a quiet evening together. Now she's by herself with her feelings, realizing how much she misses the way you used to care for her. In a world where real attention is becoming rarer, the memory of someone who really saw her can be incredibly strong. Being irreplaceable is a powerful reminder of how much we need to be noticed and understood, and how special the person who can meet that need is. So, embrace the Stoic wisdom of being present and attentive when you're there, and let your absence speak volumes when you're not. That way, she'll feel the weight of your presence even when you're not there, which will make her miss you more deeply. 2. She has problems with her daily routines. As humans, we are creatures of habit. Our daily routines give us comfort and a sense of stability, and they are often tied to the presence of people we care about. When someone is no longer a part of our daily life, these routines are upset, leaving a void that is hard to ignore from a Stoic point of view. These interruptions are strong reminders of how temporary and changing life is. They tell us of how deeply our lives are connected to others, and how their absence can ripple through our daily activities, causing an emotional imbalance. Imagine this: she wakes up in the morning and there's no good morning text from you. It was a small but significant part of her day, a simple gesture that brought a smile to her face. Or perhaps she comes home from work expecting to share dinner with someone but finds the house empty and quiet. These moments, though seemingly minor, are potent reminders of your absence. They break the flow of her routine, and with each disruption, a sense of longing and missing becomes more profound. The key to making her miss you is not about playing games or manipulating emotions, but rather about understanding the value of your presence. You can't control whether she misses you, But you can be the kind of person whose absence is felt to adapt this to make or miss you. Be present and meaningful when you are around. Engage in genuine conversations. Create memorable experiences and contribute positively to her life. When you bring value and joy into someone's life, your absence will naturally create a void, for example. Instead of sending generic messages, make them personal and thoughtful. If you and your partner regularly do things together, like go for walks after work or watch your favorite show every Thursday, these small acts of connection become a part of her daily routine that she looks forward to and misses when they're gone. When you're not there, these routines are broken, and the absence becomes a constant reminder of what she's missing. In essence, by being genuinely present and adding meaningful value to her life, you create a space that only you can fill. When you take a step back, the disruption of these routines makes her realize how much of an impact you have on her daily life. The Stoic lesson here is clear. Focus on being the best version of yourself and making other people happy. When you do this, your absence is naturally felt, and she will miss you not because you were manipulative, but because you gave her comfort and connection. Third, she feels the pain of being alone. Being alone is a strong feeling that can leave a woman with a deep hole in her heart. This feeling can get even stronger when she thinks about times when she felt truly connected with someone, maybe with you. When she's by herself, her mind naturally wanders back to people who made her feel understood and valued. This emotional space becomes fertile ground for longing and reminiscing, amplifying memories of the time she spent with you. Stoicism. Understanding what loneliness is and how it works can help you grow as a person and build stronger relationships. Stoicism teaches us to be aware of our feelings without letting them take over. This helps us see loneliness not only as a bad emotion, but also as a reminder of the meaningful connections we've had. When she feels alone, whether she's at home in her quiet room, in a crowd, or with friends who don't quite connect with her, that's when she realizes the special place you held in her life. To make her miss you more, it's important to focus on the quality of your interactions rather than just being present, according to Stoicism. Being present doesn't just mean being close by physically, it also means being emotionally available and understanding. When you were with her, the memories that will come back to her mind are the times when you listened, shared your thoughts honestly, and made real connections. People laughed together at inside jokes. The peaceful silences where words weren't needed and the feeling of being fully seen and accepted are what stand out. Think of a time when you and she spent a quiet evening together talking about dreams and fears under the stars, or when you gave her time to vent her frustrations without judging her. These are times when you were present not only in body but also in spirit, giving her a sense of safety and understanding. When she is alone, these are the times she will remember longing for that sense of comfort and belonging. Being a Stoic means understanding that life's experiences are temporary. By living by this principle, you let her experience the natural ebb and flow of her emotions without constantly trying to remind her of your presence. Instead, make memories that will last, moments filled with sincerity and depth that she will naturally miss when you're not around. Remember that loneliness can also make her idealize past relationships, remembering the good times and forgetting the bad. This can make her long for your presence even more. But as a Stoic, your goal is not to manipulate these feelings, but to provide real moments of connection. When you let go of the need to always be in her mind and instead focus on being present and authentic, she will naturally miss the real you. This is the power of emotional connection and the art of making someone truly miss you by being the one who, when absent, leaves a gap that no one else can fill. Fill number 4. She judges other people by your standards. It's normal for people to compare things, especially when it comes to relationships. Stoicism tells us to be aware of this tendency and not let it control us, but to understand where it comes from. According to Stoic philosophy, when a woman interacts with other men, whether socially or romantically, she may unconsciously judge them by the standard you set. This isn't a coincidence. It's a reflection of the meaningful connection you shared with her and the effect you had on her life. Stoicism tells us to be aware of these kinds of ties and think about what they mean for her. Comparing other people to you can make you feel attached. A renewed appreciation for the qualities that make you unique. It could be your sense of humor, attentiveness, intelligence, or even the quirky things that made you so memorable to her. When she meets someone new and notices that they don't have these qualities, it brings out the unique bond you shared. This isn't meant to put you on a pedestal or lower the value of others. It's about recognizing the unique mix of qualities you brought into her life. Stoicism reminds us that everyone we meet is different and has their own virtues. For example, if she's on a date with someone new and they're talking about a shared interest, she might say, "He's nice, but he doesn't make me laugh like you did," or "He's successful, but he doesn't." These thoughts show how deeply you affected her and how your qualities still affect her even though you're not there. So how can you use this Stoic understanding to make her miss you? First, be your true self by living by your values and being true to who you are. When you do this, you naturally set a standard that others will use to embrace your unique qualities without having to prove anything. When you act with integrity and maintain a strong sense of self, you naturally leave a lasting impression. In addition, practice being detached in a Stoic way. Being detached doesn't mean you don't care about her feelings. It means you're not emotionally dependent on them. Being independent and self-sufficient shows that you're confident and that your happiness isn't tied to what she does. This creates a powerful dynamic where she may start to miss the stability and strength you brought into her life. In essence, know that when a woman compares other women to you, it's a sign of the unique bond you shared. And by living by Stoic principles, authenticity, self-control, and understanding will not only leave a lasting impression on her, but they will also make her miss the special connection you had with her. Remember that the key is not to manipulate her into missing you, but to let your true self shine so brightly that she can't help but feel the absence of your presence. If this speaks to you, please show your support by liking this video and leaving a comment below with the phrase, "Let them feel the absence of my presence." Your participation helps us share these timeless Stoic principles with others who may benefit from them. When life throws you curveballs, it's normal to look for comfort in the things you know, especially from people who have always been there for you when you needed strength and steadiness. When she's going through a hard time, the lack of your support can become very clear, making her realize how much she needs you. During these times, she may remember how you were always there to listen without judging. As the Stoics teach us, we can't change the outside circumstances that happen to us, but we can change how we react to them. In relationships, you can't change how she feels or the problems she faces, but you can change the memories she associates with you. By consistently being someone who offers emotional stability and understanding during the relationship, you build a strong foundation that she will likely miss when things get tough. It's not enough to just be there to fix things. Anyone can do that. It's about being that one person who can keep your emotions in check. Someone who provides perspective in moments of chaos and whose presence alone can bring a sense of calm. Think about this: if you had a knack for making her laugh even when things were bleak, or if you were the one who could shift her mindset with a few well-placed words. These are qualities that become especially treasured in your absence. When she faces emotional hardships, she'll find herself longing for those moments of lightness or that clear, guiding perspective you provided. The Stoics remind us to cultivate virtues and qualities that are not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of others by being that source of emotional support. You make yourself invaluable in ways that go beyond the superficial. So how can you adapt this understanding to make her miss you? It's about being mindful of the emotional impact you have on others. Cultivate a sense of empathy and understanding that makes your presence feel like a safe haven. Be the person who listens actively, who offers wisdom without judgment, and who brings a sense of calm and reassurance. When you consistently demonstrate these qualities, you leave an indelible mark on her heart. When you're no longer around, the contrast between your supportive presence and the void that follows will be starred. Difficult times often lead us to reflect on our relationships and the people who have been there for us. This reflection can deepen her appreciation for the emotional support she once had with you making her miss you even more. Understanding this part of human nature and bringing Stoic ideas to it can help you see how important emotional support is in relationships. When things go wrong, the connections we make during good times become even more important, leaving lasting marks on our hearts and minds. In this way, by being emotionally stable and supportive, you naturally become someone she misses when you're not around, supporting the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy number 6. Seeing couples who are happy. If you're into Stoic philosophy and have recently lost a connection, seeing happy couples together can make you feel a lot of different feelings. This longing and nostalgia isn't just a random emotion. It's a sign of something deeper. It's a reminder of what we used to respect and share. For example, when a woman sees other couples having fun together, it can make her miss her own. Strong memories of the time she spent with you make her miss you even more. Imagine her sitting alone in a coffee shop and watching a couple laugh over a shared joke. The sight might remind her of the laughs and light-hearted conversations she used to have with you. Or she might see a couple walking hand in hand in the park and look completely at ease in each other's company. This simple act of being together can bring back memories of the times when she felt the same comfort and safety walking with you. These encounters often come out of the blue and hit her hard, making her realize how much she misses those moments of connection from a strong point of view. There is value in reflections because they help us remember what we valued and teach us about the importance of meaningful relationships. Instead of dwelling on regret, we can use this knowledge to change and improve. If you want her to miss you, try embodying the Stoic ideals of self-control, independence, and inner strength. Instead of constantly reaching out or trying to rekindle old flames, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. This doesn't mean becoming distant or cold. It means being aware of your actions and emotions. When she sees you living your life fully pursuing your passions while staying calm under pressure and respecting your own space, she might start to miss the stability and confidence you brought into her life. You can also make her miss you by cherishing the memories you shared together without letting them define you. Stoics know that things change, and while it's fine to have good memories of the past, it's more important to focus on the present and what you can change by showing that you're happy with yourself and at peace with yourself. You make her seem interesting and admirable, which can make her real. Is what she had and what she misses now in the end. Women may remember the good times she had with you when she sees other couples having fun. If you follow Stoic principles, you can quietly encourage her to think about what she's missing without chasing her by staying on your own path. Keep your cool. This can be more convincing than any big act, leaving her to wonder about the special bond you two had and why she let it slip away. 7th, she goes to social events by herself. Attending social events alone can create a stark contrast between the memories of shared moments and the reality of being on her own when she goes to gatherings that were once enjoyed with you. Your absence is not just noticeable but deeply felt. It's during these moments that she may start to realize just how much she misses you and the unique way you enhance these experiences in Stoic terms. Absence makes the heart grow fond because it allows someone to truly appreciate what they had when she attends these events alone. Whether it's a casual get-together with friends or a more formal celebration, she becomes acutely aware of the void left by your absence. This isn't just about having a date to accompany her. It's about the specific qualities you brought to her social experiences. For example, think about the way you used to bring a lively energy to conversations, making even the dullest events enjoyable, or perhaps you provided a calming presence that helped her feel more at ease, especially if she struggled with social anxiety when she finds herself in these situations without you. She may miss the comfort and security that came from having you by her side. From a Stoic perspective, we understand that what she misses is not just the physical presence but the emotional support and the shared understanding that comes from having someone who knows you well. The Stoics teach us to value these connections deeply, recognizing that they are rare and should be cherished. When she navigates social events alone, she might start to realize that it's not just about having someone to go with, but about missing the specific ways you made her feel understood and supported to make her miss you more. Consider focusing on your own self-improvement and personal growth. Stoics would tell you to stay calm and focused on what you can control, your actions and character. By being the best version of yourself, you become someone who is truly felt. When you don't chase after her or look for approval from her, you exude a calm confidence that she may be longing for. You can also subtly remind her of the good qualities you brought to those social situations. You can bring back memories by posting a picture of you having fun at a similar event or telling a story about a fun time you had together. But remember that the point is not to manipulate, but to stay true to yourself and let her naturally realize what she's missing. In essence, by adopting a Stoic attitude, focusing on your own growth, staying calm and valuing the meaningful connections you've had, you create an environment where she can naturally start to miss the unique presence you brought into her life. It's about letting go of what you can't control and becoming someone worth missing. Number 8. It gets out that you did well. When women hear about your success from afar, it usually makes them feel very happy for you. Stoic principles say that everyone has their own path, and that our successes are part of our journey, not theirs. However, your success can naturally remind her of the times when she was closely connected to your life and shared in your dreams, goals, and accomplishments. For example, if you recently got a promotion at work or reached a major personal goal, she may remember the late-night conversations you had with her, where you talked passionately about your goals, or the times she was by your side celebrating your small and big wins. Seeing that she's not in these important moments anymore can make her feel a deep desire and nostalgia through the lens of Stoicism. You can only control your actions, your growth, and your mindset. You can't change how someone feels about your success, but you can change how you present yourself and your accomplishments. If you want her to miss you and realize what she's missing, work on becoming the best version of yourself and show growth not only in your career or personal achievements, but also in your character, resilience, and wisdom. For example, you could share your successes publicly through social media or mutual friends, not to brag, but to show that you're always getting better. This method isn't about showing off your success. It's about showing how you've grown and become stronger over time. A basic Stoic principle says that if she sees that you're doing well and changing all the time, it can make her realize what she's lost. The key is to show that you're growing and achieving without her approval or presence. The Stoic idea of amor fati, which means loving one's fate, tells us to see every event, good or bad, as something that will help us grow. By going your own way and continuing to succeed without her, you're living this idea. View from afar can remind her of the good times, the goals you both shared, and the bond you once had. It can make her think about why she moved away, and maybe make her long for the link you two once had. So while you continue on your path to success and self-improvement, she will be thinking about you. Remember that your growth can be a gentle but powerful reminder to her of what she's missing out on. This realization can make your absence more noticeable during important life events, making her miss you even more. This isn't about manipulating her emotions. It's about staying true to your journey, your values, and your growth, and letting these be the triggers for any emotions she might feel. Imagine that she has a moment of self-reflection and starts to see things from a different angle. She really understands her part in the growing distance between you two. This understanding often makes her miss someone very much. When a woman thinks about her past actions and interactions, she may realize how they led to your breakup. She may feel a mix of regret and longing as she realizes that the small things she missed or the misunderstandings she ignored now seem like missed chances. The Stoics thought that self-examination was important for figuring out your part in life's events and taking responsibility for your actions once you realize you were wrong. When she realizes how much she missed you, misunderstood your intentions, or didn't notice the things that made you unique. It's not about guilt, but about learning from the past, which is a very important part of Stoicism. So how can you use this knowledge to make her miss you even more? First, you need to follow the Stoic principle of patience. Don't rush to remind her of her mistakes or force her to see your worth right away. Instead, Give her the space to come to these realizations on her own time. By doing this, you show respect for her journey and give her time to think deeply. If you've pulled back a bit to give her space, keep working on your own growth and self-improvement. Let her know that you're not just waiting, you're working on becoming more like the Stoic ideal of self-mastery and independence. If she sees that you are strong-willed and not too interested in what she thinks, she might think again about what she lost. Remember, in Stoicism, we learn to control our own actions and reactions, not others. By maintaining your composure and living according to your values, you create a space where she might come to see the true value of what you offered in the relationship, and when she realizes her mistakes, your absence will feel even more significant, not because you tried to make her miss you, but because she sees the man you truly are, a man who understands the balance of life, love, and personal growth. Number 10, she experiences nostalgia through others. Kindness. When a woman encounters kindness from others, it often stirs up memories of the unique ways you had to express your care and affection. This isn't just about random acts of kindness. It's about the deep emotional connections and specific moments that made your relationship special. When she experiences a friend's support, a colleague's thoughtfulness, or even a stranger's random act of kindness, it can unexpectedly remind her of how you uniquely showed your love. Let's talk about this from a Stoic perspective. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. If a woman misses you because she sees kindness in others, that's not something you can directly change. However, you can change how you act and think to make it more likely that she will miss you. For example, in your relationship, you may have had a special way of being kind, like sending her a thoughtful message when she was having a hard day, or knowing when to give her space and when to hold her close. These actions come from understanding her needs and are expressions of Stoic wisdom. Stoics believe that we should be present and fully involved in our relationships and give our best without expecting anything in return. For example, think about the time you surprised her with her favorite meal after she mentioned wanting it in passing. It wasn't just the meal, it was the attention to detail and the effort to make her feel seen and understood. Now, when someone else does something nice for her, like bringing her coffee, she might appreciate it, but it also makes her remember how you went the extra mile to follow Stoic principles to make her miss you. Focus on being the best version of yourself without trying to manipulate her feelings. If you want to be truly yourself and live by the Stoic values, you should practice patience, understanding, and kindness, not as a means to an end, but as a reflection of who you are. Bravery, justice, and temperance. You leave a strong impact on her that lasts even after you're gone. Also, remember the Stoic idea of impermanence. If someone is kind to her, it's a gentle reminder of you and the irreplaceable times you shared. But instead of trying to control her longing or manipulate her emotions, accept that what you gave was unique and valuable. The Stoics would tell you to let go of any need to control her feelings and instead focus on your own growth, your own peace of mind, and staying on track in your life. By following these principles, you become someone who is missed not because of what you want, but because of who you are. Your unique expressions of care, whether through thoughtful actions, encouraging words, or an intuitive understanding of her needs, leave a lasting mark. Not only are these acts of kindness remembered, they are also treasured when you're not there. This isn't meant to downplay the kindness of others, but to emphasize the unique bond and understanding you shared. In the end, the way she feels when she misses you shows how genuine care can have a lasting effect on relationships. Individually, the way you show love leaves a big hole that no matter how kind other people are, they can't fill. Agrees with Stoic knowledge that when we act with honesty and sincerity, our actions leave a mark that can't be erased. Mark. As we come to the end of our look at how psychological cues and Stoic wisdom can deepen emotional connections and foster a sense of longing, it's clear that making someone miss you is more than just being absent. It's about understanding the profound impact of your presence and strategically using the lessons of Stoicism to practice self-control, emotional balance, and genuine engagement in relationships. We've talked about how simple things like paying attention and being there can leave a lasting impact, whether it's by messing up her daily routine, making her feel lonely, or reminding her of what makes you different from other people. Each situation shows how important it is to be thoughtful with others and to follow the Stoic philosophy of valuing the present while getting ready for the ebb and flow of life. Remember that the goal isn't to control her feelings, but to build a real connection that makes her value and miss your presence. By following Stoic principles and working on yourself, you not only improve your life, but you also become someone who people will remember. If you liked these ideas and want to learn more about how to use Stoicism to improve your relationships, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us grow and keep making useful videos. Also, please rate this video from 1 to 5, with 5 being the best and 1 being the worst. This lets us know how we did. Finally, if you want to learn more about the art of meaningful connections, check out the videos on your screen. Until next time. Follow the advice of Stoicism to make your absence felt in the strongest way possible.